Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good?
What's
Yeah, you hear
up?
me?
What's up, everybody?
Up,
Yes, sir.
How we doing? How we doing?
we chilling. Happy was it? Happy Sunday, y'all.
Yeah,
Summer's
welcome in,
officially
chat.
here. Ugh,
Summer officially here, Brody. All right, so oh shit, we got 10 people already. Hold up, wait a minute. So we got 8 people on X, three on
let's go.
Twitch.
Shout out to
Welcome in,
everybody here.
everybody. Welcome in. So let's just get right into it. Nisi, what's good? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome in. We kind of going with the lo-fi vibe right now. You know what I mean?
Can I
Hope
ask,
you guys are
how
enjoying
hot
it.
is it on the East Coast where you guys are right now?
It's hot as shit, Germ. It's hot as shit.
How hot is shit?
I mean, it's so hot I can't even quantify the number. It's
In
hot as shit.
California, it's 102 degrees today. It's been 100 plus all week. Oh, horrible.
I'll tell you exactly right now. Right now, it's actually saying it's like 80 degrees, but
Ugh,
earlier it was at like 88.
let's trade.
at like
Let's
88.
trade.
Yeah.
What about you, Maury?
Here in the Midwest, we're sitting at 80, but the high today was like 91. So,
Or
yeah, it's a little hot out here.
Little.
damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out to the West Coast for we're
Yeah,
burning
man.
alive out here.
All right, so let's just go straight into the podcast. Let's see if I can do this intro off top. I've been doing this too long to not know what I need to do now. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gamer Actual 18, the weekly podcast where we talk about the biggest in gaming news. You can find us on all major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify, with a visual version of the podcast being available on youtube.com/gameractual. This podcast is also brought to you in part by the guys over at X Elements. To learn more about X Elements and what they do, just check out the podcast notes in the description. With that said, I'm your host, Cash, and with me tonight, I got my boys with me. Germ, Heartless, and our homie Maury. Welcome in, fellas. How are y'all
What's
doing?
good?
What's
We're
poppin'?
living in a post Elden Ring DLC world.
Oh,
Crazy.
yes,
Everywhere you
yes.
go online, it's Elden Ring right now.
Mm. But listen. I'm so nobody's gonna say anything about that intro just now. That intro was
No,
perfect,
great.
bro.
you
Not
were
an
flawless.
error,
Feel that.
You were
right?
flawless.
Right.
But
Thank you.
we
Thank you.
didn't react because we expect it. We expect.
Oh.
God, can't kill it.
All right, I'll take that.
This is how
I'll
it
take
is.
that. I'll take that. All right, guys. So there's a lot that's happened this week, especially when it came to the Nintendo Direct. But before we get into that, Maury, what are the games that released this week?
This week, we had a variety of titles. The first title on our list is Blood, which came out on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on June 18th. It's a vampire dungeon crawler. We had Chocolate Factory come to the PC on June 18th, which is a first-person factory automation game. And then we had Thistle Mine come out on PC on June 18th, which is a dark and atmospheric puzzle RPG. Oh my god, my camera just shit the bed. Give me a second. Don't worry, guys.
You're fine.
Hey, guys.
Just hit in his stride. Hit in his stride.
Bro, Elgato
Check it out.
be annoying.
Yeah,
Dog,
sometimes
dog,
definitely.
baby.
Definitely.
Don't worry. We're
You're
gonna
not
get
the
here.
only
I
one that's had
promise.
this issue. Me and a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's genuinely devastating. It's shocking what it'll do. to
And
you.
it's just like, yo, why is it not working? It's supposed to be working. I have everything to make it work.
Yeah.
Why is it not
Same-
working?
And I was having the same
Boom.
problem with my audio yesterday, trying to stream some Elden Ring. I don't know what's this trouble
Hey.
right now.
Hey,
Mhm.
to everybody in here, man. Sorry, man. We're just gonna keep going and act like nothing ever happened. Thistle Mine.
What happened
right?
exactly? You can edit that.
Yes.
You can edit that out.
What happened?
All right.
Thistle Mine came out on the PC on June 18th. It's a dark and atmospheric puzzle RPG. 1-Bit Castle Remake came out on the PC on June 19th, and it's a tower defense game. Republic of Pirates came out on PC on June 19th, and it's a pirate-themed city builder. Eric and the Ruined Kingdom came out on PC on June 20th, and it is a perspective puzzle adventure. Crab God came out on PC on June 20th, and it is an underwater strategy game. One of these was a real-time strategy game, and I was about to say real-time strategy is coming back. It was Republic of Pirates, Germ. Republic of
Mhm.
Pirates
Oh,
is a
there
pirate-themed
is a
city
revival
builder.
here.
Oh,
So-
really? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a
games.
RTS,
Really?
because Germ always calls it out.
Right.
But yeah, no, Crab God on PC, June 20th. Atmospheric underwater strategy game. Drug Dealer Simulator 2. There's a
Hey, yo,
second
what?
one. There's a second one.
Oh,
I didn't know there was a first. I
Neither
didn't
did
know there
I.
was a
we
first.
could all live the dream right now with the let's go. I'm buying that one right away.
Yeah.
So there's a trailer for it. I don't know if you guys want to see the
Oh, I'm
gameplay, but
clicking
it's
on
pretty
this.
much
Let's see
it's
what the-
FPS. It's
Do
actually
it.
FPS.
Yeah.
I have to know what this is. Like, what is this? Keep going, Maury. I'm gonna dive deep into this one.
Got you. No. So yeah, Drug Dealer Simulator 2, the second one, crazy, came out on PC on June 20th, and it's a first-person simulator prequel to the 2020 game. Again, didn't know this was a thing. And then after that, we had Ever After Falls, which is coming out on the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, PC. Holy shit, that's a lot of different titles, a lot of different platforms. On June 20th, and it's a lifestyle farming sim. And
This
then
looks like Grand Theft.
Yeah, it feels like Grand Theft Auto, but in first person.
First
Like,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
First person. Like, how could a game like this exist? I guess they're trying to seize that window before GTA comes out.
I don't know. I don't
mean-
know how much of the GTA audience you can really eat up. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Good luck with that.
A game like
Good
this, was not a
man.
hit. Once GTA 6 comes out, this will be oldest news ever. You know,
Bro, I'm pretty sure this game's gonna be forgotten by next week.
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Sadly, most on this list will be forgotten by next week.
But hey, you know, if anyone wants to live out their drug cartel, drugs smuggling fantasies, here you go.
By all means.
Yeah,
There you go. But yeah, so that was it.
And then lastly was Terrace or Tar Island, I guess we'll do. Or Terrace Land. Comes out on PC and mobile on June 21st, and it is a free-to-play fantasy MMORPG. Would you like me to do the expansions as well?
Hmm?
Okay.
What is this first
Yes.
one? I've never heard of this game. What is this game?
Which one?
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this this DLC that was listed here first. What is this?
Right. No, there's this really under the radar DLC that came out this week. Most of you probably didn't hear about it. Like most of these games, it'll be forgotten by next week. It was called
Right.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree. It released
Oh,
on PlayStation 4.
I've
Yes.
That
never
sounds
heard of
interesting. Never heard of it.
Never
Yeah,
heard of
dude.
once
It
in
just
my
kind of
life.
went under the radar for me. I never heard of it, but
I think this could be a potential up and coming game, folks.
Yeah.
Fly under the radar here.
yeah, not too much excitement. It's pretty.
Oh
pretty
wait. Isn't this the game that Eurogamer gave a 3 rating because it was too hard? Was that game?
I don't know.
Was
I
it
heard
that
about
game?
this
It was
streamer
that
did
game, Cash. It
200-hour
was that
stream.
game.
I heard about this one streamer that did like a 200+ hour stream on it, but hey,
Uh-huh.
Cash.
So
Yeah.
question
Cash.
to my panel. What are your thoughts of Eurogamer
Oh,
giving this game
Nope.
a 3 score because
Well,
it's
on
too
the
difficult?
contrast of that, Metacritic, according to Metacritic score, it's the highest rated DLC ever, according on Metacritic right now.
Yes, and it actually beat The Witcher.
it did. It did because CD Projekt Red released some art congratulating them.
Yeah, exactly.
This feels like a topic of taste. Like
I
seems like
mean,
some
in
people
other
like-
words, I hate to say it, get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
Get good.
Dude, I
Get
think
good.
Eurogamer just put themselves on blast. They're a bunch of bitches, I guess, over there. They can't hang.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So here's my take. Here's my take on it, right? It's like if you've
Mhm.
not used every tool that the game gives you, right? Because there's a lot of different tools. You got the mimics here, regardless of how you feel about it, right? It's built into the game. It's there for a reason. You got cheese weapons. It's there for a reason. There's like these talismans you have to pick up in the world. I forget what they were called, but as you pick them up, your weapons actually become stronger. I saw one guy today, he had 13 of them, and most people are doing like 400 damage with the weapon he was using, but he was doing 800 because he's doing what the DLC asked him to do. So all I'm saying is that if you're sitting here and you're saying that it's too hard, I would encourage you to expand your arsenal, right? Expand the tools that you're using. And if you still can't do it, then maybe it is too hard. But I really don't believe
You could always
it's
just go
as
on
hard.
YouTube and find a
Oh,
build
I
guide.
really fight against that sentiment that something is too hard. Be like,
No.
you're not going to pick it up and just breeze through a game like this. You have to put
No.
in a little bit of work to understand it, you know?
Definitely.
No, I got that platinum for Elden Ring, and it wasn't
Yeah.
easy. But
Like
that's the
Carlos
point.
said, like there's YouTube videos that'll help you. You just have to find them, you know?
Yep.
Like I said, I don't necessarily have an issue with Elden Ring. I feel like it's just taste wise, for me, it's more of like it's a slower game than I'm used to. I'm more used to like fast paced action games, and I think that's okay. I've played Souls like games before, and I enjoyed them, but it's
But in
just
terms of
not my
gamer
style of
culture,
game.
in terms of gamer culture, though, like where do we stand on that? It seems like we want to live in this get good mentality, but there's also like these people that be like, "Oh, games are too hard. I just want to chill." Like, well, this game
Then
isn't
don't
for
play
you.
the game.
Yeah, the game
Don't
isn't for
don't
you.
play the game.
Buy
Yeah.
drug dealer
Um,
simulator and
all right,
and
so
pass out dime bags.
exactly. Yo, 8-bit Fish had a very like great video detailing all of this. Of course, I'm going to be paraphrasing, but essentially what he's saying is for reviews, I feel like the reviewer needs to put his biases on display and just let people know that hey, I'm not particularly who this game is for. So us people reading a review or watching a review can make a better educated decision as to why this
Yeah,
game.
I think that's why it's so
And
important.
I like
when
that.
we were going through
Mhm.
like the reveals, the releases this week, to know what the genre of a game is, because there are certain genres that speak to certain people. You know what I mean?
And
uh, whoever it is that gave that the 3 out of 5, this genre's not for them. You know what I mean?
Pretty
And-
much.
So
Hold up.
yeah,
We got to tackle the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Cash, you said that Elden Ring is not for you.
Not necessarily, no.
Have
That's
you
not the
actually
elephant in the
played
room.
it?
wait, Souls game as a whole are not for you, or just
Souls
Elden
game
Ring?
as a whole, not Elden Ring. Souls game as a whole, not
I'm
Elden Ring.
confused. What is it like? Have you fought a boss in Elden Ring? Have you ever fought like?
No, I've never played Elden Ring. I've never played Elden Ring at
'Cause
all.
I was in the same camp as you, bro.
Mhm.
And then I started watching videos about it, and the game looked too good, and then I bought it, and I was no
I
regret.
love the lore. Like I love the lore. I'll watch people play, but like again, for me, like experiencing the game, playing it myself, it just feels slow.
It is
Yeah,
so
it's not-
rewarding when you beat a boss, bro.
it is so
Okay.
rewarding.
It is.
I'm
So
with
are you guys
Carlos
saying
on
I should?
there.
I should. I think I. Are you
I think
saying
you're
I should
missing out.
play?
You have to
I think
play
you're
it
missing
Okay.
out.
on stream.
There
You have
is
to play it on
nothing-
stream.
Can we make
I
that
think
a
Elden Ring
challenge?
is an experience that you shouldn't miss out on.
Can we
That's
make
what I
that a
truly
challenge?
believe.
Episode 30? Can we make that the episode 30 challenge?
It
Or
is. It is
episode
the most
25?
rewarding game,
That's
really,
it.
that I've ever played.
Do you accept Cash?
Yep.
Episode 25, you have to play Elden Ring to complete
Episode or no? Let's do episode 30.
episode 30. All right,
Yes.
episode 30 challenge. Everyone here in the chat, pop off that you heard that.
All right,
Episode
fine.
30, Elden Ring.
Fine.
Cash is gonna play Elden Ring on stream.
Fine, and we'll play it. I'll play it, and we'll upload it to the Gamer Actual channel.
And you
And-
have to
on
have to
YouTube.
get to at least Heartless, what's like a boss in the middle of the game? What's like a middle of the
The second boss in the castle. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Is it
King
Godric?
something?
Godric.
King Leoric, right?
Godric. Okay, if you
Godric,
beat Godric and you tell me this game's not for you, I'll accept it. But
And-
if you don't get to Godric, you really don't like. You haven't really got to experience the game.
And I'll up the
Okay.
ante. Cash, when you play it on stream, I will personally turn Elden Ring back on. Elden Lord, platinum the game, did everything in it. Not to brag, right? Not to stun on anyone. Beat Melania and Radon pre-patch. You're not like me.
Bro,
Get
I
out.
one shot at Radon. I one shot at Radon.
You had to have cheated. There's just
No,
there's just
I used a cerulean flask, cerulean tears with
Common
Azure.
Common
Azure.
Azure. Yeah. So you're going to hell,
All right.
and I did it legit. So anyway, so
You did it
Cash,
legit?
Let's
What does
see.
that
Episode
mean?
30, episode
means
30
I
right
threw
now is
hands.
projected to be
He threw hands. That just killed him.
Yeah. I
1,
huss
2,
hussed.
3, 4, 5,
Huss
6,
huss.
7, 8.
Um,
September 8th is projected to be the 30th.
This man is
episode.
counting.
so
This man is
September 8th
counting. All
It's
right,
going to be
What-
cool. I accept the challenge.
and you can summon me in. I'll help you. If you get stuck, I will turn that PlayStation on,
He's
and
gonna
we
get
can do
stuck.
it. We can do it.
I don't have any doubt that I would. Like again, I've played games and I've been stuck before, but I eventually figured it out. But I'm not saying I'm like the best player ever, but you know, I play all the time, so I'll more likely will figure it out.
You're gonna suffer for so long, Cash.
He
and it
is.
makes
He's
me
gonna
so
suffer.
happy.
He's
God,
gonna
Okay.
suffer.
God,
Okay.
God, I can't wait.
Okay.
God, I
Yeah, the
can't
game
wait.
is easy.
I
I'm dead ass
welcome
with
the
you. The game is
challenge.
easy.
All right, let's go. This will be fun.
So
You should be
so
done with
Heartless.
Resident Evil series
So
by
Heartless
then.
is playing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown in 2 weeks, and I'm
Yes.
playing in
Yeah.
essentially 11 weeks.
In
No,
12
12
weeks.
weeks.
12
12
weeks.
weeks. Okay, cool.
By the
Cool.
way, I wanted to say something, right? You know,
Mhm.
hearing Heartless talk about, and if I'm moving too fast, let me know. But hearing Heartless talk about how he killed Radon with the Common Azure and with the
Mhm.
flask, it sounded like cheating to me. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a main topic of discussion this week that also deals with cheating. Cash, what's going
Probably.
on? What's
Oh,
going on?
We'll talk
okay.
about that when we go on. We'll find
All
out
right.
what's going on
We'll find out.
with
We'll
that.
find out. We'll find out.
Right.
We'll
Look
find out.
at Maury with the segues.
Bro, it's
Whoa,
not my
you're on
fault.
top of
Radon
your
just
game
walks
right
up to
now.
you at like 2 miles an hour for
Bro.
a solid 15 seconds.
He's brutal, bro. He was brutal when I fought him. God, painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another game and another expansion that came out, Nenmaster, for
Yes.
DNF Duel. Jerem, would you like to elaborate on this character?
That game.
Is it a character? It's a character,
Nenmaster?
right? Yeah.
So Nenmaster, the final DLC character for DNF Duel in the current season, possibly the last one ever. Who knows what's going on with DNF Duel? That game's kind of dead. But the character basically looks like Chun-Li, if you ask me. She's got like the hair bun. She's got like the dress that Chun-Li's got. She throws fireballs like Chun-Li. She has leg kicks like Chun-Li. She basically is Chun-Li, but in DNF Duel, if you ask me. But she a few things that make her different though is she does have jumping fireballs like Akuma does. She's kind of a mixture of several types of genres, but yeah, her design is straight up like color for Chun-Li kind of thing. It's like she has a black dress, she's got brown hair. Yeah, it's basically.
Can I look her up?
Yeah, click the link. It'll take you right to the video. But so DNF Duel, it's surprising to see that they're even still releasing characters for it, but hey, it's if you like DNF Duel, more power to you. You have a character. I was watching a little bit of gameplay from this character, and she seems pretty cool. Seems like the community is really rallying behind her. So, shout out to the DNF Duel community.
Joel TJ in the chat said the game has balancing issues.
Apparently Monk is like running from what I hear. Running he's like one of the best characters from what I hear, but I don't know. Like the game overall, it's just doesn't have a large player base, so it's struggling.
So this is the character.
That's the character. See, she looks like Chun-Li, right?
She dead looks like Chun-Li.
Yeah, that is straight up anime Chun-Li.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's Chun-Li.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Z Chun-Li kind of thing.
Oh, she looked kind of crazy though.
Yes, I was watching the gameplay of a few different content creators. Hollow Shy, if anyone please reach out from
Shout out to Hollow
content creator. Yeah, he was playing her, and it was good. She looks fun, but DNF Duel as a game is just not for me. I don't know. I just not vibing with these anime fighters, But
no, they have a roadmap though, Jerm. Wait a minute, they have a roadmap.
That she's the last character of the season. Yeah, see, that's the whole season. All these other characters are already out. All these other ones. So,
Monk, and okay, got it.
Yeah, she's the last one. But all these other characters came out throughout the course of the whole year. Monk apparently is like just breaking the game. He's like the Akuma of the game right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but hey, shout out to DNF Duel. Like, if you guys love this game, if you guys love the game, don't let it die.
Didn't they give it away for free? I missed that window, bro. I'm so upset.
It was free on Steam earlier this year.
Yes, please give it away again. I would get it. I promise, I would get it.
And this is the time to get into it. If there are players, they're playing now because Nenmaster just came out. So if you're interested in the game at all, this is the time. So.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, shout outs to Ice Cream. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome in. Welcome. Back to our main discussion. So Bungie. So a juror hands Bungie victory in a landmark anti-cheat decision. All right. So is this last Friday?
This was during the showcases last week.
So that was during last week?
Decided this, yeah. So this is kind of older news, but it's definitely worth talking about.
So Phoenix Digital, which owns the mods, Aim Junkies, was found guilty for copyright when created the cheat for Destiny, reported Stephen Tortillo. Am I saying that correctly? Or Tortillo?
Yeah, I think it's Tortillo. Yeah, that sounds right.
Tortillo. I was about to say Tortillo, so I was trying to make sure I didn't say Tortillo.
You were about to say tortilla.
Yeah. But yo, guys, what are your thoughts about this? Maury, I'll start with you, and then we could work our way around.
So just before you get into that more real quick, just to add more context, the jury decided that the company that made these cheats is to pay over $63,000 to Bungie
Wow. Good.
for this violation.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
that's quite a precedent.
That's a number. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for esports. I think it's good for like the competitive scene. Like, I think when you like look at the integrity of a game, you see lots of cheating in it, like Destiny 2 had, because I saw cheating from time to time when I used to be a diehard player. It really kind of just brings down the whole experience. So I think it's good that they're getting rid of companies that create cheats. I hope that this doesn't lead to like overkill on the people cheating. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be crazy if you saw people who cheated getting charged tens of thousands of dollars in a lawsuit. I don't know. I don't think that's great for the industry. I don't think cheating is great for the industry. It seems like from this, at least from this case, it's going to be limited to people that create cheats for games and not people that use those cheats. That's what I've gathered, but I don't know. What do you think, Germ?
For me, I am part of the esports sector, well involved. I'm not involved in Destiny 2, but we do other games, Call of Duty and games like that. And cheating is definitely a big part of the competitive scene and trying to eliminate it. So I kind of side with this decision of trying to eliminate these tools that allow people to cheat. My only hang up is I like how they're targeting companies that create these cheats.
Yep.
But my main concern is if they start targeting individual gamers. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I hope it doesn't reach that point, because I think that's crossing a line. Is like a person paid a service and they use the service. So it's not their fault that, they're using something they potentially paid for. They should be targeting the companies, that create these things right from the start.
Right.
And if there's one good thing that has come out of Nintendo's stance on the way they, granted, would say what you will about Nintendo's kind of set this precedent against these kinds of things, and it feels like other companies are following suit. So I praise it, and I also just urge caution because I hope this doesn't set a precedent of attacking individual players. That's my main worry.
Yeah.
Okay. Carlos, what about you? What do you think?
I hope it scares off companies from making cheats for video games because I don't think we want to deal with cheats. I definitely don't want it to go and leak into the consumers and the players. That's just a little bit of overkill. But
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, what were you saying?
No, one of the issues I'm having, like I agree, but then I worry about the precedent that this sets. I think, especially when it comes to like the modding community, that's the community I think about the most when things like this occur. I feel like now they can just lump all of the cheating in just like one because it's still considered cheating for some
It's still a mod.
reason.
And
Yeah, it's a mod. Yeah, so everything gets lumped up in that one like bucket, and then now everyone can just outright sue, and I don't think that's fair.
Yeah. And another thing to add to this too is individual leagues. They're allowed to set like their own individual rules when it comes to mods and rules like this. I hope that there could be sort of a unifying sort of rule set with something like this so that you don't have individual leagues setting their own rules where some will allow mods, some won't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hope that we can at least go that direction.
Yeah, there should be something that is explicitly states that if it affects the game or the outcome of like a match results in any way, then that should be illegal.
To add a little more context to this conversation too, as apparently this was an appeal that was denied by a jury. The original lawsuit, Bungie was suing for $4 million to this company aim junkies, and that it was appealed, and so apparently the company actually owes $4 million plus the new legal fees for the appeal, which is the $63,000 I mentioned. So a total of over $4,063,000 to be paid out to Bungie. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
something for me that I hope we see is as much flack as Bethesda's gotten for the way that they've done this, which I fully agree with. Bethesda has something built into their games now. I can't remember what the name is. Is it the Bethesda Creator Guild? I don't remember, but
Are you talking
basically
about
it's
the Call of Duty thing or the Bethesda thing? Because Call of Duty
the,
has like that thing where if you say cuss words or you're violent online, it'll ban you. Is that what you
Ban
mean?
you
Or...
for a
no, no, no,
couple of
no,
days, which is
not that.
stupid, I think.
Yeah, no, not that. I'm talking about Bethesda's modding community where they have like
Oh,
a
okay.
whole they have a whole
Hmm.
thing in their games now where modders can upload their mods and they get a percentage of that if people buy that mod. I think more games should do that anyway, and then I think it kind of protects from the possibility of people getting caught in a bad situation. I don't.
Right.
I highly doubt that most developers are going to take the time to build that kind of infrastructure like Bethesda has done. But I think that's the best way to protect gamers.
I
Is
like the way the RE engine does it for Capcom, where you can use whatever mods you want at like a PvE level, but as soon
Hmm.
as you go to the PvP, there's this filter that blocks all mods out. It just stops it. Like if you've ever
Okay.
watched any Big Nasty Kale, he always has a mod on his jury. But if you ever watch his stream on someone else's stream, it'll just be regular jury. So I like the way Capcom does it personally. So I hope that companies follow suit with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel TJ also said in the chat, Warframe did that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. So, but yeah, yeah, that's my only issue with all of that. But I do feel like, if it comes to the integrity of the game, if it's messing with the integrity of the game, by all means, I do agree on that portion.
Yeah, from an esports perspective, I take zero tolerance with mods because it raises integrity. It raises questions about the integrity of the competition that you just don't want to deal with. It's like
Hmm.
you're there to have, fun natured competition. Granted, serious competition, but you would never want results to be questioned. Just
Right.
eliminate it altogether. But
All right. So one of the other topics that came up this week was the whole conversation surrounding Xbox Game Pass, and is being reported by Twisted Voxel via Mohammed Ali Bari, who was basically talking about developers claim that Game Pass has caused a behavioral shift that has led to very few sales on Xbox. Now, this isn't a new talking point. This has been a conversation for years. And I think ever since, especially when it came to um,
yeah,
new releases, when you get new releases that are dropped day and date on Xbox Game Pass, I think that messes with the landscape a little bit.
and
What are your thoughts on that?
Xbox just had a really good showcase, so there's a
Hmm.
time to talk about the nature of Game Pass. It's
Majority
now.
of those games,
You know?
all of those games are going to be on Game Pass. So I've always said that Game Pass is good for gamers, but it's bad for the industry. What are your thoughts about that? Maury, I'll start with you again and we'll work around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I think Microsoft has doubled down. I think this is their plan. I think this is Xbox's plan. It's funny when you look at things like what happened this past week with Black Myth Wukong, confirmed
Mm-hmm.
to not be coming to the Xbox Series X and S. Right? They blame it on parity issues with the Series S. But I really just believe that there's not much appeal to putting third-party games on Xbox consoles because most Xbox gamers have been trained to not buy games, and so I think in a lot of ways, when they see that the parity with S is struggling, they like sigh in relief, like, thank God we don't have to make all these copies of this game that aren't going to sell and ultimately lose money. I think that regardless, though, this is Xbox's plan going forward. I don't think they care. I don't think that they care that people
Or
aren't
they
buying
may
games.
not have a choice.
I don't think that they do. I think that the moment that they came out in 2019 and said, "Hey, all Xbox first party titles are going to come day and date to Game Pass," and we're going and making deals with all these third party publishers to get more stuff on there, I think it was done. So I think now you have to double down. It is killing
Yeah.
sales, but that's what it is.
I
Well,
think if they eventually switch from that model to what's going to
It's
end
over.
up happening, they're going to lose their
It's
fan
over.
base.
It's over.
yeah.
It's gone. It's gone.
Well, this
They're
also
losing their
feels
fan
like
base.
it's Xbox, as you were saying, Maury. It's Xbox's only path
Yep.
in the game industry now because they lost the console generation, folks. I don't think that's up for debate at this point.
Nope.
So I think this is their only path forward, like literally. And what that means in 5 years, it will the future will tell. Only the future can say. But
Mm-hmm.
I think this is their only play, and they're having to double down on it, like you said. And the only hiccup I have is I just find it. I just hope this isn't locked behind too many paywalls. And hear me out on this. As you know,
Mhm.
Xbox right now it's great. Xbox Game Pass is great because it's a fairly affordable. But
Right.
once you eliminate that, once it becomes the norm, they're going to raise their prices. You know what I mean? So I just hope that that doesn't.
It's already been speculated that they're going to raise the price this year.
Yeah.
Now, and
It's
I'll say
already been
this:
speculated.
I think that even Xbox has a limit, right? I think even they have a number that they can hit every month before people are like, "Screw this, it's too much." What I
Yeah.
will say is this: I really believe, and this is after the showcase because of one announcement in particular. I really believe Xbox is fine, and I've not believed that for like 3 years. For 3 years, I've been like, "This is going to kill them. They're not going to be able to survive this."
Mhm.
No, they're going to be fine. And the reason I'm saying they're going to be fine is that they're bringing a lot of their titles to PlayStation now. And for whatever reason, as a person who's subscribed to Game Pass, that doesn't bother me, right? Like Doom the Dark Ages is coming to PlayStation day and date. That's crazy, right? Call of Duty
Right.
is coming day and date to PlayStation. That's crazy. But guess what? For my $17 a month, I was going to pay anyway. I get to play it for free on day one.
I'm the most interested in seeing what PlayStation's response is going to be to the great showcase they have. These games are all coming in Game Pass, so I think the
Mhm.
next maybe 2-3 years are going to be really definitive for Sony. Like, are they going to kind of launch their own service? Are they going to be forced to kind of go that way? Are they going to stick with what they're already doing? I'm really interested to see what Nintendo's response is going to be. To
I
this.
don't think Nintendo needs a response. Like
I mean, not Nintendo. I meant PlayStation. Sorry,
oh, cool.
Nintendo. PlayStation. I'm really
Mhm.
curious to see what their response is going to be.
One of the biggest thing that still hasn't paid off yet, we need to also remember, is that the acquisition from Activision Blizzard King, none of that has come to roost yet for Xbox. So
And I stand
that
by what I said in previous show podcasts and throughout the different community chats I've been in. I am really taking the stance on Xbox where this feels too good to be true right now, because the way I feel is they wrote a check they may not be able to cash. It's just like that's a lot they're promising over the next 2 years, and I just hope they're able to deliver. I'm an optimist. I want them to deliver, but I'm really, really scared. I'm taking that fool me once, shame on you kind of approach. Fool me twice,
Mhm.
shame on me. I'm not gonna get fooled again. You know what I
And,
mean?
and
And that's the way I
Mhm.
feel currently. I want to come around though.
And I
Mhm.
respect that. I really like I'm saying this now and I'll say it again. Xbox is fine. I can't believe I'm saying Xbox is fine because like let's say this, right? Like let's say that they bring Doom the Dark Ages, they bring Call of Duty, whatever other game in the pipeline, they bring it and they're still like, "Damn, we're still in the red. We're still not making enough money." All right, put the Master Chief collection on PlayStation. All right,
Well, and
put a
also,
Marcus
as
Phoenix
long as
collection
the
on
series was
PlayStation.
the S, the lower powered one, that's the S, right? As long as that still exists, Xbox is going to have trouble. They
What do you
just
mean? You're talking about the
the
PlayStation or Xbox, the Series S?
Xbox, the Xbox Series S, the lower
Yeah.
powered one. As
S.
long
Mhm.
as that still exists and is still readily out there, that's going to hold Xbox back. It needs to just go full on, either on a new
I,
console or on the X.
I really feel like it's holding back the industry in general because
PlayStation
they
4s are
like
too.
the
You
industry
really
has
want to.
to do they have to work double time in order to appease to Xbox if you really think about it.
They do.
So I feel like they just make one game, like one blanket game, if that makes any sense, so it can be ported on all of these platforms. But then they'll focus more on like PC because PC will demand a lot more power.
Yeah, I bring
You
that
can
same
juice it.
energy to PlayStation 4. Like, seriously, like,
Mhm.
what the hell? Like, get on a PlayStation 5 or get on an Xbox Series S at this point.
No,
I
so,
understand
but
budget
there's the
aside,
reason. I understand why people don't want to leave a PS4 though, because they don't really see the difference.
well,
Like to
also, the
them, it's
people,
incremental, but
if
I
they
I do understand why it is the way it is
if they
because
stopped
the
making games
industry.
for PlayStation 4, that would change that all the way.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
at its current state right now, the industry is being held back by the Series S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my argument. I would say in regards to like people who still have
Mhm.
PS4s and Xbox Ones, I think just
That's exactly
sometimes
right.
I think just people have financial problems sometimes. I think sometimes a new piece of hardware is challenging, but like
Mhm.
I blame Microsoft for making a Series S, making a $300 console that's not nearly as powerful, right? Like right now, no Xbox player is going to be able to play Black Myth Wukong in 2 months. And the reason why is because Xbox insisted on making a Series S.
Do you
I don't
think?
know.
But again, but it was their way of making a budget console. So again, that I also understand,
Do
right?
you think a
So it's just
portable
like,
Series S could be successful? I think that could be successful. A portable Series S.
Totally.
I mean, that would make total sense. You know,
Yeah.
lower powered, but I'm able to take it on the go. That makes total sense. But
maybe.
I don't know about I don't know what the current state it is. So I mean, look at Nintendo, man. They're killing it right now with this lower power, but it's portable thing. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Nintendo just has their brands, bro. They have that noticeable brand that it's just gonna multi-generational. Like everybody's gonna just go
and
to
just can't be
Nintendo.
denied being able to
And
take the
Nintendo's now a
thing.
companion, a companion console to whatever your main mode of gaming is. Like everyone, if you're a PlayStation player, you're probably gonna have a Nintendo Switch. If you're an Xbox guy, you're probably gonna still have.
I think
PC.
do all of us
Same
here have a
thing.
Switch? I know
I have a Switch. I have a
Do
Switch.
you have a Switch, Maury? Yeah, we all have a Switch, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have a PC. I don't have an Xbox, but we all have a Switch. It's like it
Yeah.
feels
It's a companion. It's a companion.
Yeah.
It's a side chick, bro. That's what it is. It's
Side
a side
chick is
chick.
crazy.
It's a side piece, but it is.
Yeah.
It is a side piece. It's a side piece that you can take on the go, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm done with cash tonight, bro. I'm leaving. I'm off.
But
Speaking of Nintendo, the Nintendo Direct happened this week.
Look at
talk
just
about.
shout out to the segues real quick.
That was a
We're on
great
fire
segue.
today.
God,
We're
that
on
was
fire
sexy.
today.
That was sexy. That was awesome.
So the Nintendo Direct happened this week, and that blew my mind. Like, I won't even talk about what we saw, but the one that had me excited. Let's say that. I will talk about what
first impressions. What was your first impressions out of the gate? We watched it kind of live together, and it feels like
7.5 to 8 for me.
Yeah.
But the reason why, again, a lot of these Nintendo games, I couldn't give it like a full score because a lot of these games were like rehashes. They were remakes, and I didn't feel comfortable giving that like a 10 or a 9.
For me, it comes down to price point. I'm not willing to pay hella money for a remake. I'm just not.
Exactly. So that's the thing, and I feel like especially Donkey
What about
Kong
Final
is now
Fantasy VII?
but hold up, Donkey Kong was remade twice at this point.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's like, you know, there was only like 3 like brand new games. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, chat. But please, I'm pretty sure there was like only 3 original like brand new games that came out of the showcase,
Zelda,
right?
And then Metroid,
Zelda, Metroid, and
Mario Party.
Brothership
Mario
as well.
Party. So 4
and Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Brothership, yeah.
There's 5 new titles.
Funko Fusion, I wouldn't consider that a new game for Nintendo because it's going to be on other platforms. So if you, just to clarify, I mean like original like Nintendo titles.
Yeah, so
Just
5.
to preface.
Mario Luigi, the Mario Party, Prime, and the Zelda game. Yeah. Overall, a pretty good lineup overall, I'd say, especially the Zelda one. I'm really clicking. I remember when the trailer came on, I was like, I don't know about this art style. I'm not vibing with this like chibi Lego thing. And as soon as they announced that Zelda's the protagonist, I was like, dude, like, why did this take 35 years? You know,
that's not the first. You know, that's not the first design, though, right? That's not the first time they've used that design. I remember. I don't. remember what
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening.
There we go. Yeah.
By the way,
so
what about Wind Waker?
It's a different art style. Wind Waker is that's Toon Link. That was also Phantom Hourglass and
the cell shaded.
Yeah. There was another one on the DS that I played when I was younger, but Spirit Train, I think was what it was called. But nevertheless, what I was going to say was, I think it's important for everyone to remember, like, this is, again, now I sound like I'm in Nintendo's pockets, and there's only one of us in Nintendo's pockets, and that man's named Germ. But I'm going to act like a shill for a little bit. I want to remind everyone, this is the final year of the Switch's life cycle, and this is what they have coming. That's mind-blowing. They could have easily just thrown in Metroid Prime 4 in here and just been like, yeah, and then it just come out on the Switch 2 and just call it a day. But a lot of this stuff is coming out soon. I mean, Brothership is November 7th. Echoes of Wisdom is the September 26th. Like, it's pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
Mhm.
I was impressed by the lineup.
Yeah.
Also, you
Overall.
get access to Perfect Dark and Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. Like, you can play it right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I have
Mhm.
Turok on my PlayStation, Turok 1 and Turok 2, and that's where
Mhm.
I'll play that. I'm never gonna play that game like that on a go. But see, I do appreciate the option, you know. But from
Bro,
what I've read online, the Perfect Dark port though is trash. Like it's really having trouble with the engine
okay.
from what I've read, and the online's really bad. From what
Really?
that's what I've read. Overall, it's getting really kind of beaten up online.
I'm
Right
very
now, at least.
interested to play Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It really stood out to me.
You
I
know, for
really
me,
enjoyed
I
it.
was watching reaction videos
Mhm.
of different content creators, and when the reaction that when Zelda was announced as like the hero this time, moved the overwhelmingly positive reaction. Like people have been waiting for this forever, and I'm glad they finally got it. Like I saw this one girl that came on, and she was like, "Oh, this is so cool! Another Zelda game." She's already hyped about that, and then when Zelda was like the hero, she started breaking down on stream. It hit her that hard emotionally. She started crying. I was like, wow, like the power of the power of these IPs.
Mhm.
It was. I don't know if there's another company besides Disney that has that kind of impact on people. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we haven't
But
even
yeah.
gotten to the big news. Like
Oh,
the big
we're not.
news.
I don't even want to talk about it just yet. But Mario and Luigi brothership. It reminds me of Mario RPG. That's the vibe I was getting from that.
Yeah, it's kind of what it is. The Mario Luigi series that's what it
Mhm.
is. The Mario
Mhm.
RPG.
I did like that, but I don't think I'd probably try it out, but I don't think it's something that I'm like super excited to play. I'm
I
looking forward to
prefer
seeing
Paper
it.
Mario personally, and when it
Mhm.
comes to like these RPG kind of Mario games. I prefer Paper Mario so much more. But it's got a place. People that are into that,
Mhm.
it's for
Right.
you.
I
Um,
would love to try Mario Party with you guys. The Mario Party Jamboree. I
We
would
have to
love
do
to do
that.
that.
We
let's
have
go.
to do that.
Let's
That would be
make that the
fucking
community game.
fantastic.
Seriously, let's make that community
Exactly.
game, and we'll watch our reactions to all these. They're us trolling each other
Yes.
through these RPG games.
Mario Party Jamboree should be a pretty
What
good
do you
time.
think, Cash? Let's have like a special episode stream where we load up that game and we
Oh
play it
yeah.
on stream on the podcast. Special episode.
Oh yeah.
Do this.
Yes, we could definitely do that. Chat, one in the chat if y'all want to see that. If y'all want to join in as well too, you're
Yeah.
more than welcome to hop in.
There's
If you have
nothing
a
more
Switch, of course.
infuriating than RNG. At times.
Yeah. Oh, the Lego Horizon game. We saw more of the Lego Horizon game here too.
Yeah, isn't that
I'm
interesting?
shocked.
Like the
Yeah.
Horizon series kind of underperformed on PlayStation as a whole, and sales wise is
Right.
great, game wise, but sales wise, and it's getting a Lego thing. That's cool.
I want to say this that blew the hell out of me, because what that is the equivalent of is that's like the equivalent of Xbox letting PlayStation show off Doom the Dark Ages at one of their showcases because it's coming to their console. But like Xbox owns Doom.
It
Like,
just
Right.
shows you the
that's
wide
crazy.
impact, the wide reach of Nintendo. They know that practically
Yes.
every PlayStation fan owner has a Nintendo as well. They
Yeah,
just
so that's
know.
what it is.
You know?
It's smart. I think that's smart. That was very
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like, and to be honest, I hope this brings more attention to the
Did
Horizon series as a whole, because the
I
games really didn't sell well, and it's a shame because they're great.
I thought
but
they
I
sold
wonder
well.
who did that. No, it didn't. I wonder who brought this to. I wonder who came to the table with this like decision. Was it PlayStation or was it Lego?
I bet it was Gorilla.
I feel like
Gorilla
it
is
was,
probably the one. You know.
I feel like Lego has something to do with this too. Like Lego is a recognizable brand.
Well,
Everybody loves
Horizon
Lego.
did underperform, right?
Hold
So I
on,
mean,
Horizon sold the first one sold 24
No, the first one.
million
No,
units.
the first one, but I don't think the second one
well,
did it.
you have
Oh,
what
got
I'm
it, got it, got
saying,
it.
though, it got overshadowed in terms of recognition because it
Mhm.
came out at times where other bigger titles came out. I think
Mhm.
Horizon, the second one, came out right around the time Elden Ring dropped, right? So Elden Ring just stole its thunder. You know what I mean? It had the
Oh,
worst timing. You know what I mean?
dude,
So
Forbidden West struggled.
Yeah, I told you.
Dude,
yeah, because
It
Elden
definitely
Ring
did.
came out. Elden
Well-
Ring came out roughly right before or right at the same time, and
yeah, I
you're
did.
not going to compete with Elden Ring.
Just a quick second though. Shout outs to the 20 viewers that we have on X right now. Shout outs to you guys.
Oh, and shout
and
out to
our
you. If
and our
anyone wants to
11
follow
and 11
along
on
with
Twitch.
anyone wants to follow along with anything that we're talking about on our Reddit page, there is all the links. You guys can more than welcome to follow along on any story that we're talking about.
Pretty much.
All right, can we
But
stop beating around the bush? Can we talk
no,
about
we
the
have
best
one more. No,
Ah,
No.
There's one more. There's one more before that big excitement because it's Nintendo, so we're gonna let that be the last one. But one of the biggest announcements to come out of this showcase, bro, that Marvel versus Capcom blew
Yeah.
my
Marvel is
mind.
free, folks.
Yeah.
Marvel
I
is
cannot
free.
wait for that game to drop. You need to hurry up and give me an official release date,
Get that
please.
Samus off the screen. Like, we're talking about
Please.
Marvel right now.
Please, bro. I feel like this is gonna bring Marvel back in a very big way. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, but you guys can actually play that on 5K. I know nobody cares about that. We're talking about the fact that we can play this on a console now.
Right.
It's now on a console. Hi, Samus.
With
Bye,
dedicated
Samus.
servers.
And actual
sorry.
With
rollback
dedicated
support.
servers. With dedicated
rollback
servers.
support, too.
Rollback. Like, listen, bro, that's phenomenal. And that's every Marvel versus Capcom series you can
With
think
the
of, bro.
exception of 3.
It's not cross-platform
fair.
though.
It's not cross-platform. That sucks. But
Yeah.
I wonder if it's probably too much for them to thing. This is probably like a lower budget
Well, if you ask me, it
rollout.
comes to the limitations of the Switch. Remember, MK did the same thing. They
Yeah.
put MK on Switch, and that, from what I've read, that was what was.
But at
holding
least
it back
make a
from
crossplay
crossplay.
between PC and console. I think that would make more sense. I think that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But Marvel, like, see, I'm so excited to play Rogue
Oh, I'm
again.
excited either way, but I feel like I think this is just it's lower on the priority list for Capcom, which is why they're probably not pushing.
Well, Capcom has
much.
a history of doing this too, is they release these collection type titles and they try to do like a test to see what the public interest is. And now hopefully this could be the road. If this, and you know this is gonna sell, right? Everyone's a lot of people
I'm buying at least 2 copies.
But I hope people buy it and they actually play it a lot, because if Capcom sees people playing it a lot, this brings that brings to the table another Marvel game to the table.
Listen, I said I will be buying for at least 2 consoles. I'll be probably buying it for PC and I'm buying it for the Switch. No question.
For me, I'm definitely picking it up for the Switch because I'm going to do a lot of PvE action on that, guaranteed. So I don't know about the regular console because I already have Fightcade. I'll play it on that. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about the actual console one, but the Switch is a guarantee buy, straight up. So because I want to get that Spider-Man Rogue combos again. I'm so
wait, we got to shed some light on this. So Jolty J in the chat just said, Nintendo's the only company I hate with all my guts, but still throw my wallet at them every year.
Just say that the Fry meme, take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
But Nintendo does have us all on the hook like that, you know. And when we start talking about Metroid, I have a point about that.
They never go on sale.
Never
go on sale.
Never.
And that brings up an interesting point about paying what, $40 or $50 for the Marvel collection when you can get all the games on Fightcade for free. You know, it brings up an interesting conversation there. But
also, let me bring up another point. So Drupal just brought up and Drupal always has an entrance, so I feel like we need to shed some light on it. It says, wife said we're going to split up. If I didn't stop pretending to be a detective, good idea. We can cover more ground that way. Wow. Wow. Right?
Bro,
Cash, can you make that a sound for this podcast?
I do. I already have it. Okay. I think I do. I just need to add it to my soundboard, but I already have the sound effects. I have a bunch of sound effects.
I would say overall, though, in terms of the Nintendo Direct, I know we haven't talked about Metroid yet.
Did y'all hear that? Yeah, I didn't hear that.
No, I would give it like an 8 out of 10 in terms of game quality, but in terms of original content, straight 1 out of 10. Like I expect, if Pokemon XY remake would have been there, I may have given it an extra point. That's the Pokemon remake that I'm waiting for. I like.
Oh, I know why you guys weren't hearing it. Now I can do it. Let's see.
Let's go. There we are.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
What were you hopeful for, Heartless? Are you gonna play? Are you gonna buy Marvel Heartless?
See, no.
Why?
I don't know. Just not really my thing. I played it back in the day, and I really don't care to learn another game with 3 different characters to form a team. Then you got
You know what?
2X.
I get that. Heartless. I feel like Heartless always had an issue with that because he had the same issue with Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, it's like you got to learn 3 characters before you can even play the game.
Well,
Mhm.
there's the other ones that have only 2, so you could start there.
I mean, 2XKO looks like a really, really cool concept to me. So we'll see how that goes.
Well,
when I
Marvel
get it.
One,
Heartless.
man.
Are we still gonna make a team?
That's what I'm saying. That's my goal is to find a teammate.
NG Natural, welcome to the podcast, bro.
Hopefully, it's
Sorry.
Cash. We pick 2 characters that mesh well together, and we figure out how to do alley-oop combos. So
That would be insane, bro.
That's
I'm
what
looking
I'm trying
forward
to
to
do.
that. Yeah,
I'm really
looking forward
happy
to that.
though for the Marvel fans because they've literally been waiting for this for a long
Bro,
time.
Maximilian lost his shit, bro.
Yeah.
And I found that reaction so funny. It reminded me of my reaction when, the aforementioned character that we're about to mention in a few,
Come on, man. I'm waiting.
Let's go.
I'm waiting.
All right, fine. So Nintendo did something that no one was expecting. They released a Metroid 4 trailer. Bro.
Metroid
Prime
Bro.
4 Beyond. Bro, I lost my shit. You know what's funny? I was looking at my phone. I got a text on my phone and didn't realize what was happening. I don't know if you guys saw that reaction on Instagram.
Yes.
And I was looking at my phone and I looked up and I was like, no, yo, I lost my shit.
I know, like, was it Master Chief? Master Chief is Master Chief remake, right?
What? No, Master Chief remake? No. That
Master
was
Chief is coming to Nintendo, folks.
That was incredible, bro. Because I was in denial because I was like, is this another remake? Is this like a remake for a remaster for Metroid Prime 2? Because I know they just did the remaster last year for Metroid Prime 1.
Yeah.
So I was like, is this no? This looks new. There's nothing here that looks familiar to me. Like, wait a minute. No, this is 4.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, that shit was incredible, bro.
I've heard a lot of hate about the graphics wise on the game right now.
Shout out
that it looks worse than the other ones. The GameCube.
Shout outs to Patrick.
So.
Patrick said the same thing, but to me personally, my mind was never there. I was so excited, I didn't care.
Same.
I truly didn't care.
I have not played the Prime games. I never had a GameCube, so I've never had a chance to play them. So unfortunately, I've never had a luxury. But
dude, play that remake on the Switch. It's probably the best looking game on the Switch. I mean,
it's on sale right now for $35. If you guys use my link, you can, shameless plug, you can get it game for $35.
That's cool.
Yes. I think it's like 5% off or something like that. But anyways, but yeah, want to hear something funny? I was the only person in my neighborhood who had a Nintendo GameCube. Everybody else had PlayStation and Xbox.
No way.
Back in the day, so everybody was trying to borrow my GameCube to play games.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Now,
so
here I gotta say this. I'm still so blown that like there were rumors for a minute that we're gonna like get the HD like collection of 2 and 3 and put them on Switch. Why did they not? Yeah, like just do it. Make some more money before you release 4. Like
I think they should have made that announcement. That should have been an announcement that was made with 4.
Probably.
Like you start with that one.
Dude,
and then lead into 4.
Stop, dude. I would have finished.
That might be the plan. Is when they get this new Nintendo console, which I'm not going to call it the Switch 2 because I am genuinely.
I don't think it's going to be a Switch 2.
It's going to be its own thing. And
Nintendo has a track record of doing that. None of their games has been a sequel to previous.
It's going to be its own thing, have its own everything. I have maybe they'll do that. They'll be like, "Hey, you can port your Switch games over, and here's a remaster of Prime too." They incentivize that, Nintendo.
I would love for them.
Has been doing this forever. They know what's up. They know we're thirsty for their old games.
Dude,
Drupal said Nintendo Twatch. Nintendo Tooch. That
But,
sounds like
Nintendo
something
Tooch.
derogatory.
So,
Yeah, Tooch is
playing
crazy.
Marvel on a Switch on a game. What is it? The Twitch, the game con, TwitchCon, SwitchCon, whatever they're called. No way.
Joy-Con.
Joy-Con?
Please, anyone who plays on that, please don't, because it's going to be the most horrible experience for you.
No, I've never. So when I use a Pro controller, like when I bought my Switch, I bought it with a Pro controller.
Good
I
man.
don't use.
See, this is the way.
I don't use the
Anyone who thinks
Joy-Con.
they're going to play Marvel on Joy-Cons, please no. Please
Not
don't.
only that, like I couldn't play Metroid. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did tell you that the only reason why I ended up buying a Nintendo Switch was when I realized they announced Metroid Dread. That was the game that bought me a freaking Nintendo
When it
Switch.
comes to be challenged,
And when I did,
I wanted to be Dread to be my challenge. Just for the
yeah,
record.
and when I did, I automatically bought a controller because I know I wasn't going to enjoy the Joy-Cons. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not.
When it
Dribble
comes to
spitting.
be challenge time for me, I want Dread to be my game. That'll be the game
Yeah.
that I do.
You've never played
good.
it?
No, I don't own it yet. So
So good. It's so good.
that'll be
Germ,
when it comes to be time for my challenge. That'll be my game.
Germ,
Metroid
Germ,
Dread.
you're the Nintendo guy, brother. What are we
How
doing?
do you not exactly?
You guys know me. There's certain franchises that I play, and Metroid. Well, I played many of them. I haven't played all of them because,
fair.
first of all, they don't come out that often, and
They
you know,
don't. They don't.
So,
You're right. You're right.
there's always something else that I'm playing at the time.
Hey, Drupal said, "Yo, the Joy Scams worst controller. Apparently,
Exactly.
they have the appropriate name. Joy Cons. They're cons, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
anyone
bro.
who plays Marvel on a Joy-Con, you're gonna get blasted just as much as the Wi-Fi players are. It's not gonna be a good experience for you. Oh man.
Joe TJ says when he's on the road, he has no choice, bro. I have a choice. I'm bringing my Pro controller with me. I even have a travel case.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not touching that Joy-Con.
And I only have
not
a Switch Lite, so I'm gonna only do PvE on Marvel because it's gonna be there's no way I'll play that online.
Cookie. So speaking of Metroid, right? So they were talking about how IGN reported that the Nintendo Switch saved Metroid. So we're just gonna read like the first paragraph of this article, right? As any Nintendo hardware done more for Metroid than the Nintendo Switch? Sure, the SNES is home to the best Metroid game of all time, and the GameCube ushered in a revolutionary perspective change. But now with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond coming to Nintendo Switch in 2025, and nearly every other great Metroid game available to play on handheld. Wait a minute. Can we actually play all those other games?
I think you can play on the streaming service. I think. I don't know, to be honest.
I need to look that up. But it's time to
You can
ask
play
the
old
question.
ones.
Did Nintendo?
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
Prime.
All right. So it says it's time to ask the question. Did the Nintendo Switch save Metroid? Do you guys agree with that? What's your question?
Do you mind if I go first here? Because I
Go ahead.
absolutely disagree with that statement, and I'm gonna lay it out.
Mhm.
What saved the Metroid series as a whole was Super Smash Brothers in 1998. That series had fallen into obscurity, and Samus being in the launch roster of Smash Brothers brought Samus back to the public eye. That led to Prime coming out. That led to all these other releases because the fans of Metroid showed out for Samus.
Yeah, because it skipped the Nintendo 64. There was supposed to be a Metroid release for Nintendo 64.
You want to credit the revival
Prime
of Metroid?
Mhm.
It's Super Smash Brothers.
Prime was supposed to be on the N64.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Smash Brothers has kept Metroid series,
And it ended up on the GameCube. Remember, the GameCube was the successor to the Nintendo 64.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I put that solely on Smash's.
You didn't think about it for a second. It is.
You got to figure, bro. I wasn't around.
Oh wow, that's right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't carbon date you. My bad.
Yeah, nah. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but 1998 Super Smash Brothers on Nintendo 64. I credit that for the revival of Metroid. Mic
I'm
drop.
kind of inclined to agree. Yeah, I guess you could say that because that they definitely kept the character in like the public zeitgeist. Like everybody
Yeah,
still
'cause what is it?
remembered
The launch
Samus because
roster
of
of
it.
Smash only had like what 8 or 12 characters, and Samus was one of the better characters in that game. So it was like it kept it. Shout out
Mhm.
to Smash, like seriously. They
Yeah, bro. There's another character that Nintendo needs to bring back. You want to know who that is?
Who? Mr. Game
Star
& Watch?
Fox.
Oh.
Star Fox. We haven't seen
Hey,
anything
I'm
from
gonna play
Star Fox
Astrobot instead.
in
So
years. When was the last time you guys heard of Star Fox?
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
Astrobot to get my Star Fox fix.
Dang,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Wow.
By the
No,
way-
I don't. No, I don't agree with that.
By the way, funniest thing ever said on this podcast was Game & Watch. That was a hit. Bad Catch, like, who do they need to bring back? Game & Watch. No, I'm kidding.
No,
no.
Yeah, but Star Fox, man, yeah, that series has been dormant
That
for
game
too
style
long.
died.
Yeah.
It
What?
did die.
Where you have like a plane at the bottom middle of the screen and you just fly around shooting stuff. Like we don't see those games anymore.
No, they eventually made Star Fox into an open world game. But
Yeah,
you can actually hop into his plane and fly around
Yeah.
and fight
Was
on
it
ground.
good?
It was good.
Yeah,
they had
you
two
could
of
also
them.
drive a tank too. Like
Yeah,
there was
he had
all
a
these
tank.
different levels of
The second one, he ended up having a tank. Yeah, like
It
he
was
could
really
fly up.
refreshing to have that multiple types.
Star
of
Fox
gameplay.
Zero. Thank you, Drupal.
Yeah.
There we
Wow.
go. So see, I don't know. I feel like Nintendo, they're focused on Mario, bro, and that's what it is. Mario and Zelda, they're gonna get the attention, and then Donkey Kong is number 3 on that list.
You know
You
what?
can tell me if you guys agree with that.
Even a Star
Baseball
Fox
list?
series, even a Star Fox adjacent
Mario,
be-
Zelda, Donkey Kong.
series, yeah.
Donkey Kong at 3?
You don't think so? I'm being in terms of priority for Nintendo.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. No, but I
Yeah.
think Pokemon's number.
It goes
It's
Mario number 1 always, and then
Pokemon. Pokemon.
number 2.
Yeah, I could see
And
that.
I would put Smash Brothers in terms of priority way at the bottom of the list. Yeah, it's popular, but in terms of priority, it's way at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but like Mario and Pokemon, you're right. Those two are definitely. And Drupal just had me laugh the hardest just now on the podcast. I agree. F-Zero's priority 8 million, bro.
Yeah. No.
we
they
also
don't
can't
care at
forget
all.
about Fire Emblem. I'd put it like somewhere in.
I was gonna
middle,
say
like
Fire
5.
Emblem. I was gonna say I think they've given after Awakening, they've given Fire Emblem so
with
much.
the
shine.
amount of Fire Emblem characters that are in Smash, for someone Nintendo loves that series.
I love it. I'm obsessed with Fire Emblem. My God.
I'm a fan.
Vapid
of the
Shine, welcome
genre.
to the Gamer Actual Podcast.
You
Tonight
guys
is the
know me.
podcast night. Welcome in.
I'm a fan of the genre, like that style of genre, RTS
Yeah.
games. I'm a fan.
Dude. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, bro. So, but yeah, Metroid, I'm looking forward to it. We don't have an official release date. It just says, I think it says early 2025.
And the same for Marvel. It just says 2024 here. So I'm really curious when the release is going to be.
I think Capcom is waiting for Evo to make an
Yeah.
official release date.
that maybe it'll be like a shadow drop thing where you can buy it at Evo. It'll be like it's available now,
Right.
Kind of thing.
Probably. That'd be nuts. That
That would be nuts.
would go crazy.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Marvel 2 was returned to the main stage next year?
I think it probably will if all goes well. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. This is just me, wishful thinking. But yeah,
Well, it would
There's a-
depend. Sony is not really in good terms with Nintendo, so it would have to be on a PlayStation platform for them to do it, But that would be more of a Capcom announcement than more of a Nintendo announcement. You know what I mean?
I was
So,
about to say, with the fact that it's like technically locked to last generation hardware, like,
yeah.
does that even happen at Evo? Do they bring a bunch of PlayStation 4s
no,
in?
probably.
No,
realistically, what's gonna happen-
Let's still play it on PS5 because you can play it on PS5.
Right,
what's going to happen is Nintendo's going to lock that. I mean, PlayStation's going to lock it behind their PlayStation Plus subscription service. It's going to be considered a classic title, and in order to get access to PlayStation Classic titles, you have to subscribe.
What, Marvel?
Yeah, that's probably.
No, I
what's
don't
gonna
think so.
happen.
No, this is technically a new release because all the games are on one.
But if you want to play it on PlayStation 5, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be locked probably behind that. Probably.
I don't think they can get away with that. I
They
think
can't do that. It's too new. They won't be
Yeah.
able to do that just yet.
I think people would genuinely
Couple of
freak
years.
out.
Couple of years, sure, but not right now.
Yeah.
They would never get away with that. I disagree with that.
That's him. Well, I want to be wrong,
Mhm. Crazy all Nintendo announcements are first party emulated port Switch cross releases is dead. Yeah, but Switch, no, they already made that announcement that they won't be releasing much new
Nothing,
games.
nothing new. No new first party releases this year. Everything new is going to be next year.
Next year,
So,
yeah. Yeah, Switch is definitely dead. Like Switch is in its like on its last leg. I would say we have like a year and a half left with the Switch. Probably 2 years max, because next holiday season they'll drop it. I
Yeah,
feel like that's when
probably
you usually get a new
2027.
console.
Like will
No.
be like holiday
No,
season
no.
2026
Next
will be like the end of it, you know.
holiday season 2025 will be the end of it.
Just to say this, technically, the first Switch launched in March of 2017.
Mm,
Did they do a spring 2025 release?
Well, they have the new Switch that's releasing with
probably.
Zelda, like the new
Probably.
light that's Zelda themed. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, man. Like I
I'm gonna be real, bro. The Switch is a geriatric console. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
say, it is. It's
Well, how far-
fighting for dear life. Like it can barely run.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom, barely run it,
Wow.
bro.
as a person
Barely.
who owns a light, like when I'm playing a
Mhm.
game that like for a long period of time that has like high graphic fidelity, it gets really, really hot. And I have to like stop playing it because I can't hold it any longer. It gets really warm where the screen is, you know, and I have to stop
Mhm.
playing it, let it like just so I can play it comfortably, you know. So that's kind of annoying, but
I don't know. I can't really put a finger on it, but I think Drupal doesn't like the Nintendo Joy-Cons.
By the
No,
way,
and it-
catch
no.
the figurative saying is put my finger on it.
On
feels
it,
like
not
a
in
trigger
it.
word.
it.
Yeah.
Feels
So
like a
that's what
trigger
I
word.
said in
That was
it.
wild.
I said
Yeah,
in
you
it. My
said
Said
bad.
in
My
it. You're
bad.
wilding. You're
My
wilding.
bad. I meant
I'm
on
done.
it. In
I'm
my
done.
brain, I said on, but apparently that's what I said.
Yeah.
We
My
can check
brain
the
just went down the gutter. I was like, oh god.
Joy-Cons are a
Right.
trigger word for Drupal.
right, but okay. But yeah, like I said, Metroid Prime. I can't wait, but I also don't think it's going to be released on the Switch.
Do we have prediction in terms of price for the Marvel collection? Because it hasn't been announced yet.
60.
I'm
60.
39.
I'm gonna say 60. No, I'm gonna say 60.
Honestly,
Wow.
39.
It's all the games. It's all the games. It's all of them. What's the current price for the Capcom collection currently?
Capcom to 25th anniversary of Street Fighter. It was, I think, $30 when it came out. So
Capcom collection, Capcom Fighting collection. When it first released?
the Capcom 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary is the one.
No, not the 25th. They had a fighting collection prior. They had a Capcom
Well,
Fighting
The
collection.
most recent one though is the 25th anniversary. The Capcom collection's got like Dark Souls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Not Dark Souls. You're talking about
Not
Darkstalkers.
Darksiders, yeah, Darksiders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Capcom Fighting Collection initial release.
I think that was $39. I remember seeing it on the store. It's on my wish list. I remember adding it.
Yeah.
Oh, by
I
the way,
don't remember.
shout out to the Marvel collection. If anyone's a fan of the side-scrolling beat 'em up Punisher, this is the first port to any major console ever for the game. So if
Mhm.
you're a fan of that series, or if you like Punisher, this is your first time to play it outside of Fightgate.
So the fight bundle, Germ. Yeah, you're right. So it was 49. It's $39.99. $39.99.
I would say right around $30, $40.
Yeah. So
$39.99. That's my
so
prediction.
if that's the precedent for their releases for this, then we probably see it at $40.
Because the 25th anniversary, I'm 100% sure it was $39.99 because that's what I bought it at. As was
29. It was $29.99.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes sense.
Well, that's reasonably priced, especially for Marvel content.
It is, but it's also older games. Even though you can't really get those games
You get the
individually.
value from the collection. The fact that there's so many
Mhm.
classic titles, that's where the value
Mhm.
comes in. Because we're all there
Exactly.
for Marvel 2. We all know what's up,
Right.
So
Have a great night,
Right.
Dribble. Love you, bro.
Have a great
Night.
night. All right. So overall, what is your rating? I'm gonna ask you guys this.
I
Start
already
with
gave mine.
Maury.
Yeah.
Maury, what is your rating for the Nintendo Direct?
So yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't watch the entire thing. I stopped doing that a long time ago. But the announcements I saw, like the ones that I went and sought out, like made me very excited. I'd give it like an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Same
gave
for
it an
Xbox?
8. I gave it an
That
8.
was the same when you give Xbox.
Mhm.
What did I give Xbox at
You
8.5?
gave it an 8.5.
8.5, yeah, you gave it an 8.5.
Yeah, and I'm standing on that until we get those release dates for Avowed and Indie. Standing at 8.5. But yeah, I would say, then maybe this was an 8. This was probably closer to an 8. Thank you for that
Yeah, I
clarification.
could tell that you enjoyed Xbox more just from your reaction. So I would say, yeah, 8 seems.
Sure, but dude, that Metroid Prime 4 announcement, I don't know if there was anything in the Xbox showcase that did for me what that did. Maybe Gears.
No,
Maybe Gears. I don't know.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say the same. I would definitely
Yeah.
say the same.
That's a great announcement. That was awesome.
Speaking of announcements, another big announcement that came out this week was the Beyond Good and Evil that will be returning. What are your thoughts about
Yeah, the
that?
rumors were true. We reported rumors last week about
Last week, yes,
Yeah.
Jerm, you did.
Wow.
How many raise of hands? How many have actually played or heard of that title here?
I have the game, never played,
You
but
have it?
I
Can
I have it now.
change what the game is? Oh no, Elden Ring. We gotta lock in Elden Ring, but what's the word?
No, I am gonna play it now. I'm definitely gonna play it for sure.
It's
definitely
a great
gonna play it.
game.
Yeah.
Narrative wise, I remember when the game came out, it kind of redefined what game narratives were kind of allowed to be. You know, it really pushed the envelope of that. It was essentially like the first Disney video game. Like it had Disney themes, you know, like heavy themes like that, and it went even harder than Disney movies tend to go. And that whole the gameplay is nothing to sneeze at either. The gameplay is great. You know, to me it was a total package game, but same situation. It never really was successful, and it's a shame. So, but it's an all-time classic series. Like I would love this game it's such a classic. I would love for it to get Smash representation, to be honest, because it's that impactful of a game, you know.
See, and that's the thing. I think I told you guys this a little bit before the show, but I've not played Beyond Good and Evil. Obviously, I know the name because I was a part of that generation that saw that announcement trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2, and it was the most hyped game forever, a quadruple A game, and here we are 10 years later, and
I don't want to reveal too much story-wise since you haven't played it, because if I reveal too much, it'll really sour your experience.
See, and that's the thing. I really want to play it, but like I can't find it on the PlayStation Store. Where is it releasing?
The game has not been remastered. This is the first remaster of it, period. It's been on Steam. There's
Right.
Steam
You can get it on Xbox. You can get it on Xbox, as I have it on the Xbox.
There's
they have the 360 backwards compatible, so you can get it for 360 on Xbox.
But I mean the 20th anniversary edition. It's coming out June 25th.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not even on the PlayStation Store yet.
Probably they just don't have pre-orders. They're just gonna drop it that day.
Got it.
But isn't it interesting? This was not announced at the Xbox. The Ubisoft showcase. Like this definitely would have been a worthy announcement. This would have been like a Gears type level. If you're a Ubisoft fan, this would have been a Gears level announcement.
Yeah.
It's a shame they didn't
This
make
game definitely has like a strong cult following behind it.
Cults. Like
Mhm.
this game is really great.
Bro.
I was a young boy when I first played it, and I didn't fully grasp it at the age that I was, but I appreciated it for what it was, like gameplay wise, and I want to try it again.
And to put things into perspective, the Beyond Good and Evil 2, I don't even know if we can call it Beyond Good and Evil 2, because it wasn't going to be a sequel. It was going to be a prequel to Beyond Good and Evil. But that initial announcement was at E3 16 years ago, 2008.
Walking to like a market or something like that. I remember that gameplay footage. Can you find it, Cash? That gameplay footage hit
Yeah,
hard.
the gameplay footage. Yeah, it was insane.
You're in for a treat, Maury, if Cash can find this footage.
Dude,
I did see it.
I saw
Yeah,
the
you
old
did.
one.
Oh.
Really? Yeah. Way back
This
when.
is that was so cool at the time.
It was supposed to be a prequel. That's the insane part. This was supposed to be a prequel.
That's crazy.
But the characters in Beyond Good and Evil are so enduring. Like you're gonna fall in love with the cast of characters. They're just
The last time
enduring.
they actually showed these characters recently, right? Can you guys guess where?
Where?
Netflix. There was a show called Rayman was in that show too as well. It was an animated show.
Oh, that movie game. You talking about that
No.
movie?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what that show was called.
But
Netflix. Sam Fisher was also in the movie, in the TV show. Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Netflix, Ubisoft TV show. I'm gonna
Did
tell
you
you
guys
exactly.
know
what's
that
going.
San Andreas is now streamable on Netflix? Did you guys know that? It's actually
Yeah,
got like 20
is.
million
It is.
downloads or something like that. Like
Captain
crazy.
Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, is an Ubisoft TV show.
I want
Wow.
to check this out.
So it's an amalgamation of a bunch of like Ubisoft titles together, but it's based on a Far Cry Blood Dragon. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the base of the story.
So it's happening in the Far Cry universe, but it has other Ubisoft stuff too.
Yes, pretty much, but it's futuristic and it's also futuristic. So it's
That
like
is
there's a
bizarre.
lot. There's a lot happening, bro. Rayman is a TV reporter in this show,
Okay.
and at
I'll
one
have
point
to
he
find
flips
that.
out and starts killing people.
I have to find this.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
I know what
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
I know what I'm watching on Netflix now. You saved me a bunch of time, Cash. Appreciate you.
But yeah, Sam Fisher is also in it. I think he lost his legs during like some kind of uprising or some shit. But he was still badass. But it was a lot in the show. Sarah was in there as well. So Sarah became an agent. I don't want to spoil too much, but you're gonna see it. I don't think I'm really spoiling anything though. You guys are gonna see everything.
In terms of gameplay wise, for anyone who hasn't played Beyond Good and Evil, if anyone remembers South of Midnight, remember when she fights that monster? That game, the combat is very similar to that. It plays out very, very similar. So anyone that's a fan of that kind of combat style, you'll appreciate this.
Okay.
Because I would go as far as say South of Midnight is largely is definitely takes inspiration from Beyond Good and Evil. I'll go as far to say that clearly, just from inspiration.
Maury, shoot.
There are two things that I want to address that show up in the article for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Something exciting is that pre-orders will be opening up July 25th, or is it July 15th? I can't remember now off the top of my head. But regardless, there's going to be a physical edition of the game as well as a collector's edition of the game released through Limited Run Games, which is awesome. And this is the weirdest part of the whole article, and I had to bring this up. Right? It reads. Players can take on a new treasure hunt with clues that will direct them across hills and yield in-game cosmetic rewards that tie into Jade's past and to the pirates of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Say what?
Yeah, there's a mission that hints at the sequel that they're supposedly working on.
They've added a mission that's going to hint to the pirates of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
That's some brilliant marketing right there. Brilliant.
Yeah, so I think so. That means they released this game just to put into our brains that hey, we're working on a sequel. Okay, it's still being worked on.
Yep.
Okay. Ubisoft, man, listen.
Ubisoft. I said it. They called me mad. I want you to know that they called me a madman.
You know,
this
Cash,
is Ubisoft's
at the end of the year, I think we should have like a let's rate. Grade all the developers throughout the year, and Ubisoft so far is probably like top of the list right now of like gonna win. Like,
they've been making some good decisions. They've been making some good decisions.
Bottom of the road is Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard. They're like they ain't winning. They ain't winning no rewards from this panel.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
So one of the announcements that we saw recently as well was Arc cross Power Rangers collaboration, which I found pretty interesting. I don't know why I found that so funny, but I just didn't expect that in Arc. Jerm, what are your thoughts?
You know, and this is one of those things where it just makes such perfect sense. I'm shocked it didn't happen already, you know? But like you said, like I'm glad it's here, but I'm just like, whoa, like I can't believe I had never thought of this before, you know?
Right?
It just feels like the perfect combination, the perfect collaboration, you know?
And it's like a major mod, bro. It's like a major mod.
I got it for free on PlayStation a while back, but I never loaded it up. And this is going to be the incentive for me to try this game because these Power Ranger Megazords look awesome. Like, first of all, I'm a geek for this old 90s stuff. Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers,
I'm what you would call a man-dolt, a boy-dolt.
I am a geek. Digimon. I'm a geek for all this old stuff. And that Blue Ranger looks good. I am, to be honest, curious what Arc is. I'm unfamiliar with what the hook of what Arc
looks
is.
like
I think
Fortnite.
it's a- I
It
think
looks
it's a
like
survival
I,
type
I will
title,
speak
right?
to it. I will speak to it because this game robbed me of joy. Gentlemen, I regret to inform you that I have played quite a bit of Ark Survival Evolved. It used to be my number one game. When I was in high school, me and all my buddies had a server that we get on. The whole objective of Ark is basically like if you've ever played, I think like Rust, it's basically like that. You all live in the world together, you and your buddies, and then other people and their buddies, and you can like go and raid other people, get all their stuff. It's like a crafting game, a building game, but
Kinda
there's
like
also
Power
Buying
World?
it?
Kind of
there's
like
also-
Power World in a way.
I've not played Power World, so I actually can't really speak to it. But like, you can ride dinosaurs, you can go and raid
Yes,
other
Power
people's
World.
camp.
That's pretty much what Power World is.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, bro. Me and my buddies had shifts, so one of us would get the night shift like every
Power
week.
World.
It was
Power
terrible. It was terrible.
Mhm.
So
I
yeah,
mean, I'm interested. To be honest, resource management games are not my cup of tea. It's not something that I would welcome in Atro Sire.
Atrosire, welcome in.
I am.
Can you fuse them into a Megazord?
Yeah, survival genre has never been my cup of tea. To be honest, I've never really appreciated them. But, dude, run around in Megazord? Like, I don't know.
No,
I'm
my
holding
question
that
is,
alone.
can you turn them into a Megazord, like into the Megazord? These
I
are
don't
just the
know.
Zords. These
I
are
don't
just
know.
Zords. But can they change into Megazords? Is my
Where's
question.
the green? Where's the dragon? Where's the guy? The Dragon Zord. That's the one that that's the one I want to see.
This looks
It looks really
interesting.
cool. I mean,
yeah.
I
To
to be
I
honest,
don't know.
I would pick this up just to mess around with the Power Rangers for a few minutes, but this is a game I would not continually play. I can
It's a
guarantee.
cool collab.
The novelty would. I feel like the novelty would wear off pretty quick.
Yeah,
yeah.
If
would
there isn't something happening.
that guy that's not a hook for me. That type of gameplay. I don't know. It's just not something. Those are not the gotcha games that I look for. I don't know. But
yeah.
But yeah, but to be honest, I'm glad to see these. Like Heartless, you said a while back, like you want the game industry to like figure it out to make their money, and these are good ways. These types of collaborations. I applaud it as long as it's not done in like a really gross way. I applaud the effort.
All right. So we actually breezed through our main topics this week.
Yeah. Can I just say zero side tangents? Zero side tangents for the most part. And
for the most
there's
part.
a certain
Suicide Squad,
series
Kill
that shall
Justice
not
League.
be named that didn't come up once. Applaud! Shout out to these. Applaud.
What game are you talking about? Suicide Squad, Kill Justice League?
Shut that down right now, Cash. We ain't talking about it. No. We ain't going there.
Oh no. Oh no.
I will turn my mic off and step away from this show right now.
No, but speaking of, I think they're actually abandoning that game. The game's dying.
You
The
think?
game that shall not be named.
Yeah, they're cooked. They're done.
Oh yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that if they actually go ahead and release that character, that's gonna be the final nail in the coffin.
There's a lot of
final
reports
nail in the
about
coffin.
that game has really put and just in general the response of WB games in general have really put them on their knees. They threaten, apparently they are struggling with money so much now that there's talks of maybe closing Rocksteady, and
Rocksteady's gonna die after they're done with that Harry Potter game that they didn't make. They're gonna die.
And yeah. The thing you have to remember about them is that it's like the ship of Theseus thing. Like everyone's like, but these guys made the Arkham games. No, these guys did not make the Arkham games.
The original team left.
They're all gone.
Safton Hill. They're gone. They're gone. They're Rocksteady in name.
Yep.
Rocksteady in name only.
It feels like they're going through what Blizzard's still going through these days. Like the talent that put them on the map in the first place is long gone. And
bro, it's so bad right now. It's the Steam count for this game is 104, and it peaked at 159 in the past 24 hours.
Dude.
Cash, I think we should bring on someone that's going to advocate for that game, because I really want to know
I
why.
don't
that's
think
not
anybody is,
No.
Germ. No one's gonna advocate
No.
for that game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Um, that is as much
Nah.
time as we want to spend on that stupid game.
Yeah,
But,
bro. But you knew about the character that's getting
yeah,
released,
Mrs.
right?
Freeze. Yeah,
Mrs.
the
Freeze.
design looks really whack. She looks.
Why? But you know what the thing is? Here's the issue about all this, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "But it's an alternate universe. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if it's an
Well,
alternate
I'm
universe.
tired
You
of people
already
selling me
know
on that. I'm tired
exactly.
of
You
people
already.
selling me.
Oh, we're already over it. We're already
Yeah.
over it with Marvel, with DC, everybody. But the issue we're facing now is you already know that you kind of have this like negative like look on you already when it comes to just how you're marketing your stuff, right? You already know you're being labeled as woke, and you are going to reveal not an original character, like a character that is a well-known character. You're going to gender bend another character
Well,
to
it also
then
feels very unnecessary. This is
exactly.
coming
That's what
from
that's it.
WB.
That
They
is exactly
only
what I was
like
about to say.
females. You
It
don't
is
need to make
it's
it look illegal.
unnecessary for them to
Yeah.
make a female Freeze.
I will.
Just put out another character. What about Killer Frost? Why didn't you use Killer Frost?
I will make one point, and that is that Miss Freeze is a character like
Oh,
with
shit.
yeah with history in the comics. I think the reason this game fucking sucks, I don't think it would have mattered what character they released. I think they released the Joker as the last character. Did it make the game better? No. The
But it's
game,
not the joke. But that's not traditional Joker. That's not
I
Joker.
disagree somewhat with you, Maury, because there's an
Yeah,
opportunity
That's
there to
not
bring
Joker.
in like Gorilla Grodd or or just someone that
I
maybe
feel like if
certain
they
fan
brought
bases have been asking for.
if not Deadshot, Slade Wilson, Deadstroke.
No.
I feel
It's
like
not
that
big.
would bring some kind of hype to the game.
There are
It'd be
fan favorite
cool.
characters that have been
It wouldn't last, though.
people have been wanting to play for a
exactly,
long
and that's
time.
what I'm saying. Is like, does it
Well,
change the gameplay loop? No, this game is
No.
shit. Like the game
Yeah.
is shit. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
like whether or not it was Miss Freeze or Slade or whoever. This game is still going to cap off at 159 people on Steam today. The game
Mhm.
is shit. The game sucks. It's anti everything in Rocksteady's DNA. It's live service. It's gotcha. It's shitty gameplay loop. No respect for characters or for story or for previously established parts of this universe. Like the game is fucking ass. And if you put Miss
Instead-
Freeze in there or Slade in there or Gorilla Grodd in there, I'll tell you what. Nothing could have got me to buy this game. Not a damn thing. Until I
The
see
only
that game for
thing
$5 at
that
GameStop,
would-
I'm not buying it.
The
Not
only
touching
thing
it.
that could reverse it, as I've said it before, would be new bosses, Aquaman and all these other Justice League.
But people play the game, and then the minute they beat those bosses, they're gone.
I mean, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is it could bring in new gameplay that could get people
Mhm.
excited for the rest
the
of
game is repetitive. Like again,
Yes.
every game is repetitive to some extent. Every game has a gameplay loop, but this is so obviously like it's so apparent here. That's the problem. Like most of these missions are pretty much the same. Like I remember
Yes.
like playing the story mode, bro. Like we did like 4 escort missions, all different variations of escort missions. They were
It's
all
all
the
the-
same though.
It's all like the purple enemies with like the bubbles
Yeah.
on them or whatever. Like it
Garbage.
sucks. It sucks. If you introduce a new boss, the gameplay loop is still the same. The
It
game
was
is
a bad
ass.
decision from the word go, and they didn't stop themselves.
They wanted that live service money, and
Yeah.
it wasn't Rocksteady. It was WB. And
Yeah,
that's
because
why-
they are. Remember what they said about the next Hogwarts game potentially will be another live service
Yeah,
game.
look
Like
at WB.
you're not learning from your lessons here.
Look at
Something's
luck.
clearly
WB.
happening.
yeah.
Man,
You
MK's
killed
on
Mortal
life support now.
Kombat. You're killing Suicide. You killed Suicide Squad, killed Justice League. You definitely killed Rocksteady. I feel like you're hurting NetherRealm now because now it's just like it feels like Mortal Kombat is getting.
I mean, look at what WB has done. MK is on life support now. Like,
Oh yeah,
MK
is dead.
registration
dead
numbers
game.
from Evo out of 9 games that are on the main stage. Mortal Kombat is number 7 in terms of entries on that list. As
We got
of
12 people signed up.
That's ridiculous.
Evo?
MK
I'm just
used to be like in the top 2 or 3 every year, no matter what the game was, and now like they're
It's dead.
on the bottom.
It's dead.
You know,
It's dead.
MK is
All right.
ruining everything.
Hades is spitting, by the way. Board members got to be snorting lines at meetings. Amen. Amen. That's the only
They have
explanation.
I think
Facts.
WB's got a bunch of AI robots making their decisions, But whatever.
Decisions by committee, bro. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of these companies have lost touch with their audience, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is across the board. It's not just WB. There's a lot more companies. But this is a gaming podcast, so we're talking about them. Anyways, Germ, what are our rapid fire questions this week?
In terms of rapid fire this week, we have the breaking news as of about 5-6 hours ago. TMNT Splintered Fate, the roguelike game, it's got its official Nintendo Switch release date on July 17th. So if anyone's interested, check that out. We're just gonna skip over the fact that all this entire panel owes Cash Pizza.
Oh no! We're not skipping over it. You guys owe me a pizza. I need 2 pizzas, but I did delegate one to Heartless. It's 2 pizzas. You owe me one, Maury, and Germ owes me one. Thank you.
I got an
That's
anchovy pineapple pizza coming right up for you guys.
Amen.
I don't like anchovy.
Rock Paper Shotgun is reporting that the developer Embracer is experiencing layoffs because of issues with a Red Faction sequel. So that's disappointing. I don't know. Red Faction's a cool game series. I'm excited. Hopefully that doesn't die. And then
I don't know who's gonna be working on that though.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Capcom recently put out a survey online for its franchises people most want to see return. The results of that survey are as follows. Devil May Cry is like the top, is either 1 or 2 on every single question, and tied with Dino Crisis. Those are the 2 franchises that people want to see come back. Cry, there's 10 questions total. One of them being, what games do you like the best? Devil May Cry was 1 with 1,500, and then Dino Crisis is right behind it with 10,000 votes.
That's crazy. So, didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Dino Crisis fans are really out here. But for the most part, Devil May Cry is kind of like right at the top of almost every entry. Like it's either first or second on every question. So to be honest, but the top, if you want to take a guess at what the number 1 female character in North America is, according to this poll.
Chun-Li.
That's Japan. That's Japan. In North America, with 8,764 votes, is Jill Valentine.
Dude, I was gonna say Jill Valentine. That's crazy.
Regina from Dino Crisis is number 2 with 6,500 votes. Chun-Li is 4th with just over 2,500 votes. Like, what is going on?
Hey, yo, putting Jill Valentine over Chun-Li is nuts. Y'all lost it. Y'all lost it. Come on, bro.
Atro is like, nah, Chun-Li number 1. Yes, Atro.
The number 1 male protagonist is Dante from Devil May Cry at just under 25k votes. And
what about Leon?
Leon Kennedy was 2nd place with just over 20k.
Leon got 2nd?
Wow.
Leon got 2nd.
Ryu is number 5th on the list, way down with only just over 4,500 votes. Crazy,
wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
Chris Redfield didn't even make the list.
I mean, too many roids, bro. Too many roids.
This is great. Very interesting, right? The Dino Crisis fans are really out here. Like, I wonder if they'll make another game.
Who knows? Like, nothing stays dead anymore. They find some way to bring it back.
Yeah.
What was number 1 again for the guys?
Number 1 overall.
Dante.
It's kind of like the questions switch off. Like, what do you want to come back? Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite hero? All this stuff. And either Dino Crisis or Devil May Cry is either 1 or 2 on every question. So it's like.
I was gonna say, have you guys seen the meme where it's like it's the Lil Wayne interview when he's like he goes down the list of the top 5 rappers of all time by Rolling Stone, and he's like Gucci Mane at number 5, Eminem isn't even on the list, and then Lil Wayne is like, Eminem ain't on the list, but Gucci Mane is on the list. Shout out Gucci. That's what that felt like when you told me Dante was on there and Chris Redfield didn't even make the list.
Granted,
shout out Gucci.
Devil May Cry series is cool, but I didn't think it was that cool.
It ain't that cool, bro.
To be honest, didn't they wrap that series up in a nice bow with Devil May Cry?
Where are they doing these surveys? Is my question.
Really?
do they even-
Where are
It's,
they
it's,
doing this?
it's on the official Capcom website. The voting time's closed, but you go to the Capcom website, and that's where it's official. This is an official poll. And you want to hear another interesting fact? 80 out of there was 250,000 people voted. 82% are male, 14% are female, and 4% are other. So, yeah, that you can definitely tell all the thirsty Dino Crisis fans are out here voting for
That's
for
crazy.
Regina. But interesting. Well, Dino Crisis might be making a comeback. Well, as soon as news drops, we'll be all over it. And then there's some quality of life adjustments coming with the M Bison patch. One thing that they're hinting at is you can now access the training menu right from the main menu by just pressing like the middle button on your controller and a few other things.
cool.
So that's kind of cool. And then apparently
cool.
now you can change the speed of the game.
The playback speed
in the game, you can change the playback more easily now, and a few other quality of life updates. So that's kind of cool. So
okay.
That's look
dope.
out for that. Bison drops on June 26th.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. How do you think? Did we do good there, Cash? Was that
we
rapid
did.
fire? That was rapid fire, right? It felt good.
Rapid fire-ish.
Anyone that wants to know the results of that poll and the Reddit page, there's a link to the survey. Check it out.
All right, yeah, check out the Reddit page, guys. Because I want to post a Reddit in the chat. I can't right now. But yeah, so rumor mill. So for the rumor tonight, we are talking more about the Marvel versus Capcom debacle, and according to I think Ches Gordon was the one who reported this. And he was basically stating that the reason why Xbox isn't seeing Marvel vs. Capcom collection is probably because of the empty framework that a lot of people are saying like next gen consoles aren't able to support. I'm not really sure why, but apparently it's been just a difficult software for people to use. But it is going to be available on PlayStation, PS4, but you can still play it on the PS5, which I'm a little confused about. Thoughts, Jerm?
Sorry, my mic went crazy there for a second.
Okay, good.
This is interesting that it's not coming at next gen, but apparently they're having some engine problems. Apparently Capcom saying they don't have a direct way to port it over, which I don't know if I believe that. That sounds a little cap to me. But
apparently it'd be expensive for them to do that. But I also need to think about the fact that Xbox has a backwards compatible division that should be working on stuff like this.
Well, okay, so Alpha series, which a lot of this engine uses, a lot of these games, like X-Men ones, a lot of them use what the Alpha series used.
Right.
And they had no problem porting those to next-gen consoles. So why this feels a little smoke and mirrors to me. So
yeah, it's like we're not getting any solid because no official rep has come out and said anything. This is just something that Ches Gordon just pointed at that this might be the reason as to why that's not happening. But I'm not really sure. We need to do more research to figure out if that's actually the case.
This might be why the release date's being a little cheeky with it, because they're just saying release in 2024. Like when? We kind of gave our opinions earlier, but it's a little weird that they would not give a solid date on such a high-profile title. Doesn't that seem a little weird? Seems a little red flag.
As I said though, but I think because Evo's next month, we probably will see an announcement for Evo.
I wouldn't be surprised if the game has a
I can almost do a pizza bet on that.
Yeah.
We can cancel out a pizza bet if y'all want to. Okay. But I'm pretty sure double or nothing. But this time I'd get 4 pizzas.
4 pizzas is
double or nothing. So 4 pizzas or 0.
He's trying to set his family up for life.
Yes, bro. His 8
but
kids.
I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna do an announcement at Evo.
All right, bet. If they don't make an announcement, 4 pizzas, Cash, and we'll deliver them to you on stream. How about that?
Okay, cool.
No, I didn't
You
agree to
you
this.
have to go
I'm
get
still
your
doing my
DoorDash order
one.
right in the middle of the show.
I ain't doing no double. I ain't doing no double. That's Germ. Germ can send you 2 pizzas. I'm sticking with one. I'm sticking with one.
Okay, all
Fuck
right.
this.
All right, cool. But
All
yeah,
right, so there will be a playable build at Evo, probably guaranteed.
probably. The only thing I'm bummed about is the fact that it doesn't have backwards compatibility. But overall, I hope that this is something that they will work on in the future. I feel like you said, Germ, this might be just something that they put out there to the public, see how the public reacts to it, and based on that, they would support more or less
Yeah,
giving the
and
details.
it's good to see that potentially Disney and Capcom might be having a healthy relationship because I don't know, after Infinite kind of just didn't, it just went through production hell and they delivered that crap. The gameplay wise, the
No.
game's great, but they made a lot of bad decisions with that game, and it really just
You
kind of
said
turned off.
Infinite was great. Me personally, I didn't like Infinite.
Gameplay wise, it's a pretty solid game overall. It plays really good. The rollback's great, and it's overall really good. But yeah, the roster wise is where it's really held back. It's just a really bad when it comes to Marvel Capcom standard. There's a roster expectation, right? And yeah, and the game had a big PR problem.
The character models look like crap too.
Well, if anyone knows the whole meme about like there are only functions, if anyone never heard that in the FGC, that's where that game comes from. Like some person in an interview said, "Oh, the reason why these other characters, why my Magneto's not in the game is like we put this other character and they're just."
Oh, I remember that. They're just functions.
Yeah, so that's all surrounding Infinite, and it just killed the game.
Yeah,
so.
I remember that. Like that shit was like it was yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy Infinite. I preferred the 3v3. I didn't like the fact that you had to use like a gemstone. I didn't enjoy that at all.
Well, Marvel, one of the Marvel versus games here has that. I think
they
it's Marvel
did. Yes,
yeah.
they did. They did
have that
it.
same mechanic. It was kind of cool to see it come back, but
was it War of the Gems? No, it was.
No, I think it's Marvel superheroes. I'm pretty sure. Which is included in this collection. You're able to have. It works like an assist, just like you have a stone and it gives you power.
It's a modifier. It's a modifier.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of cool to see that come back, but yeah, it was just the roster. The roster was just really no X-Men characters in a Marvel game. Like, what the fuck,
Jesus,
right? But it was that was during the time when Disney acquired Marvel and all that stuff.
Yes,
and Fox still owned the rights.
Yes and no, because Disney had already bought 21st Century Fox by that time.
No, they didn't. They recently acquired 21st Century Fox.
I don't know.
During that time when Marvel Infinite was out, Disney just acquired Marvel. Disney was in the process of acquiring Marvel. No, it was during Marvel 3 when they were doing that process. So by the time Infinite came around, they couldn't use X-Men characters because that was owned by Fox.
Yeah.
So and Disney was already dropping support for like for X-Men characters and Fantastic Four characters in the comic books. So they stepped back because they couldn't gain anything from that, right?
It was they were purposely trying to sabotage
exactly, and which is why we saw so many like Inhumans in the comic books during that time, because they wanted to use the Inhuman as the new X-Men.
Yep.
That's exactly why they did.
That's so interesting that you know that. That's such a niche thing, but yes,
I'm a comic book nerd, bro. Like legit comic book nerd.
I love that. That's awesome.
I still buy books today.
Plug for Nerd Actual. Be looking for news about that in the future.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, bro. But overall, this was a great discussion, guys. It's a shorter one. This is probably one of the shortest episodes we've done so far. I think
we found a format that's going to carry us, because we've had some beefy episodes.
Yes, we have.
That's a good thing.
I blame our guests. It's a great conversation with the guests, but I blame the guests as well, too.
But then also Heartless.
I don't mean that in a bad way, guys. Please come back.
Also, Heartless didn't talk very much, so yeah, that's already like
Heartless is not feeling well, guys, but he still is dedicated to the podcast. And
I am very sick, guys.
We have to commend him for that. Please,
yes, we do.
Everybody send healing energy to Heartless.
To Heartless, yeah. So this is what it is. But tonight was still a great show. Thank you to everyone that came through. I feel like we had an amazing discussion. Apparently I was a bad guest. Got it. No.
Oh, What?
Shank. No one said that. No one said that. Please come back. Don't go.
Shots fired in the chat. Ban that
No,
comment.
but I feel what I'm saying is when we have great discussions, the pod usually goes on for longer. How is that, guys? Was that a good
Well,
say?
you guys, we have to understand, like, we're trying to make it more
We're
bite-sized
optimizing.
friendly for your listening on the go pleasure, and
Mhm.
you know, we have to make some tough calls, but
Yeah.
it's all for the benefit of the show because this was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also just think it was a lighter week on news. Like,
Yeah. Nintendo Direct was the biggest thing this week outside of but that was still happening in the Nintendo Direct. I was gonna say the Marvel versus Capcom, but that was also the Nintendo Direct. Metroid, Nintendo Direct. So again, this was just Nintendo Direct, pretty
So,
much.
yeah.
I have a question for the panel in the chat. Like,
Mhm.
so where do we think going into the holiday season in early 2025? Like, who's pulling out on top here? Like, is it going to be Sony? Because it feels like
No,
Sony's
it's
really
more
pulling
Xbox. I
back.
feel like this year would probably at the end of the year is going to be more Xbox focused because Sony already announced that they're not dropping anything new for the rest of the year.
It really feels like Xbox, they're making their move now.
They
to really
capitalized
push
on it.
themselves.
That's all they did, and it was very smart of them to capitalize on the lack of games from PlayStation. That's all.
But
I feel like
I really dislike all this talk of new consoles, you know, that I've been having lately. Like, I really don't like it. I really think the consoles that we have at least have 4 to 5 years left in them. At least that, you know?
I think like I don't know who pointed this out the last time. I could be wrong. It was either Trez or Patrick that said this. I think Xbox is trying to move away from the Series S because
Yes.
it's holding them back.
Yeah.
So I can see them doing that. I can see them pulling out early, just dropping a new console early just to move away from the Series S.
I think power of a console is important, but I think it's features that surround the console ultimately is where the power lies, you know, because PC master race, you know. So like PCs they're just more powerful. Yeah, it's never not gonna be. So you know.
So yeah. But yeah. Heartless is not feeling well. So Maury, you wanna
I would love
do
to.
it, honor?
Of course.
All right.
Thank you.
Bring
Yes.
it home. Bring it home.
All
I
right.
love you. I love you, sexy man. Get better soon. Thanks for watching the episode, guys. Thanks for tapping in with us. Thanks for listening to us talk about games, all the news this week. I'm about to read off some of these affiliate links. Basically, if there's any of these that speak to you, if you click the link in the show notes description, we get a little bit of money and you get a discount. It's at no extra charge to you. You really can't beat it. Maybe not on the discount. I apologize. I'm new here. Origin PC. Are you trying to build the ultimate gaming PC? Then look no further than Origin PC. They're an award-winning PC building company. Whether you're a gamer or a professional gamer, Origin PC has you covered. Check them out by clicking the link in the show notes or the description of this podcast. Also, this is an affiliate link, so any qualifying purchase will result in us getting a commission at no extra cost to you. Our next is GameFly. Looking for the ultimate gaming experience without breaking the bank? With GameFly, you can rent discs hassle-free. Dive into unlimited gaming and snag great deals on used games and movies. Use GameFly to check out games you're not so sure about, and once you've decided, you can buy it outright at a discounted price or send it back with no problem. Want to pause your subscription? You can do that too. GameFly makes it easy to check out games on your terms. Just click the affiliate link in the show notes to get started. And lastly, we have Fanatical. Fanatical is the one-stop shop for over 1 million passionate gamers like you. Whether you're craving the latest AAA titles, hunting for indie gems, or searching for incredible deals on your favorite games, Fanatical has you covered. With a massive selection, unbeatable prices, you're sure to get your gaming fix. Just click the link in the show notes of this podcast. Damn, last time I did this, I was a lot better. I stuttered a little bit there, but thanks for sticking with me, guys.
Right.
You
Yeah,
did
amazing.
If you have a mic, please drop it right now. That was amazing. That was good.
Don't break it.
Don't break it.
Yeah.
Overall, guys, if you want more additional information about the podcast, we do have a Reddit now. Please hop over to the Reddit. I don't know if we have the links here in the chat.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to drop that link. My bad.
Yeah, I'll pin it. No, you good. Pin it. Please join the Reddit, bro. We're building this community, bro. Community. Yes. Well, yo, thank you guys for pulling up, man. Appreciate that. You guys have been awesome as always. Shout out to my amazing co-hosts. And we are now about to bid you guys adieu, and we're raiding out to Ryoku-san. Recently met Ryoku-san like 2 weeks ago. He's pretty cool. He's a fellow Street Fighter fan, like ourselves over here, Heartless and Germ. You're new, Maury, so I won't give you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty cool. He's an Ed main, so he's pretty cool. We are going to send him some love right now. He's playing Elden Ring. Thank you guys again. It's been your boy Cash, Germ, Maury, Heartless, with Gamer Actual. Have a good night. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for watching. Much love.
Yeah. I didn't even close out with the music, bro. I'm so bad with that.
It's okay.
We still got the music. Don't worry. There we go.
So
I need to have a closeout screen that says like, bye or something. Thanks for watching.
And like our social information, like
Yes.
maybe a QR code to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that. We should do all of that.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Dude, Heartless,
Yo.
love you, bro.
And like
Yeah,
healing
feel
energy,
better,
man.
bro.
I cast heal. It's super effective. Have a good night.
Yo, yeah. All right, we're ready now.
Great show, guys. Like the segues were on point today. That was some masterful stuff. Like more has been practicing in the mirror.